Yesterday, a book hit me in the head. I only have my shelf to blame. My name is Paul Pstolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center at ivymasters.com. And although in the reading portion of the SAT, the answer to the question doesn't always hit you in the head like a ton of bricks or a ton of books, we're going to look at Test 1, Section 1, number 26, which reads, based on the passage, the author's statement, if a pair consisted of two purines, for example, there would not be room for it. Lines 29 to 30 implies that a pair what? Well, you just have two lines here, and remember, when you've got two lines and it's asking for the meaning of those two lines, it's good to get context, read before and after. So we're going to do just that. We're going to line 29, and we're going to read a little bit before, a little after. So here is the line itself, and if we read, it's at the end of the paragraph, so most likely we have to read before. So we're going to read before over here. The important point is that only a certain pair of bases will fit. Only a certain pair of bases will fit into the structure. One member of the pair must be a purine and the other a pyrimidine in order to bridge between the two chains. If the pair consisted of two purines, for example, there would not be room for it. So we're talking about fitting and whether or not there is room for it. So it sounds like if there were two, that it sounds like purines are bigger than pyrimidines. So a purine and a pyrimidine would fit, but two purines would not. It sounds like purines are bigger if there's not enough room for it. Let's see what matches our prediction. Answer choice A implies that a pair of purines would be larger than the space between the sugar and phosphate groups. That looks like an attractive answer. We'll keep it. A pair of purines would be larger than a pair consisting of a purine and a pyrimidine. That looks like it's exactly what our prediction is. Answer choice C. A pair of purines would be larger than, a pair of pyrimidines would be larger than a pair of purines. That's the opposite of what we're saying. And then answer choice D. A pair consisting of a purine and a pyrimidine would be larger than a pair of pyrimidines. I mean, that's just not what it's saying. So why is it not answer choice A? Because a pair of purines would be larger than the space between a sugar and phosphate group. There's no mention in those lines of a sugar and phosphate group, so we'd have to eliminate that. Now, if it says it somewhere else in the passage, it still may or may not be correct because it's asking about lines 29 to 30. And to get the context, you just read the surrounding lines. An answer choice could be true but wrong. But if it's not saying this, even if it's true, if it's not saying it in the passage, we don't want to choose that as our answer. Answer choice B is a perfect match for what we just read in the context. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with line reference questions or science passages. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.